Now, we gave you a bit of a preview of this yesterday, but Ukraine and the Middle East are topping today's agenda at the G7 summit of foreign ministers.
Leaders discussed how to de-escalate mounting tensions between Israel and Iran. They also dived into Ukraine's urgent need for support in the war against Russia.
CBS News intelligence and national security reporter Olivia Gazis is covering these meetings, joins us from Capri in Italy. Olivia, talk to us about what we're now discovering today specifically. Let's start with the Middle East. What are leaders doing to limit Israel's response to Iran's attack and quell the potential now of escalated conflict in the region?
Sure, Errol. Well, as we've been discussing, there was talk initially of an additional sanctions package from the G7 on Iran. That idea has receded in part because the U.S. already went ahead with a set of unilateral measures earlier this week. Today, it announced additional sanctions jointly with the U.K. and European leaders in Brussels put together their own sanctions package targeting Iran's drone manufacturing program. And that largely encompasses all of the countries of the G7, excluding Canada and Japan. So what I'm told leaders are working on here instead is a joint communique laying out a diplomatic consensus on the way forward in the Middle East, including how to counter Iranian aggression, how to calibrate an Israeli response, and of course how to continue trying to mitigate the devastating humanitarian situation in Gaza. That's expected later today, although things could always change when this diplomacy takes place behind closed doors.
Obviously, yes. Olivia, Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with Ukraine's foreign minister today. What can you tell us about that level of diplomacy?
Sure, CBS was in the room at the top of that meeting, a bilateral meeting between Secretary Blinken and the foreign minister, Kuleba, whose country, Ukraine, is of course not part of the G7. But he's traveled here explicitly to continue making Ukraine's case to world leaders. He said he came with only one item on his agenda, that's air defense, which is essential to containing some of the tragic fallout from this continued onslaught of Russian missile attacks on Ukraine. He mentioned an attack in Chernihiv that has killed 18 people and wounded close to 80 others this week. Both he and Blinken stressed the importance and the urgency of the U.S. Congress finally passing that $60 billion supplemental that has been stuck for more than 6 months. Blinken said that it was key to containing Putin's aggression from expanding beyond Ukraine. And Kuleba said, of course, it's a matter of life and death for thousands upon thousands of Ukrainians. Blinken did not respond to our shouted questions about whether he'd gotten any assurances that this measure would actually make it through this weekend.
And we know it's not just those two major hotspots being focused on. What else is on the agenda for the rest of this G7 summit?
Sure. In addition to the communique specifically on the Middle East, a broader set of statements is being drafted on additional challenges that the G7 leaders are confronting. Key among them is instability in the Indo-Pacific, specifically China. There's also discussion of AI and threats from climate change. All of that is expected to come together and be announced tomorrow. It sounds like a lot of words on paper, which it is, but as we've been discussing, Errol, this senior level meeting among foreign ministers is in large part to lay a significant amount of groundwork ahead of the G7 Leader Summit, which is taking place in June. President Biden and his counterparts from the G7 countries is expected to travel to Puglia, Italy at that time.
Well, this is a heck of a place to lay the groundwork. Olivia Gazis, thank you for that, and thank you for the views of Italy. We appreciate it.